you don't have a skill, you can't work.
They employ people that got ID but they can't work. You understand? They employ people that got ID book but they can never do nothing in that company. Right?
So my guys, I want to ask, they got ID books and they can't do nothing. My question is this: you've got passports and IDs in your own country. Why can't you fix it? The disrespect that foreigners have towards South Africans. Because South Africans, they don't talk. South Africans don't talk, guys. You see the way my channel, the way, listen guys, the reason my channel is booming is for no other reason. It's not because of the hate. It's because South Africans can't do this. They don't have the stamina for this nonsense. They just want to live in peace. They want to build their community. I never come to this channel and say nothing that I cannot prove.
Do you think Nigeria is still the giant of Africa?
That's not it.
You see, if they never find one of Nobody has this question, I used to say, oh, that's no good.
Sorry, sir.
Nigeria is not a giant of Africa. It's a failure of Africa. If you say
The stamina that you have,
Nigeria to South Africa.
imagine having the stamina to travel. Cameroon you pass, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Congo. And this is the reason why I say, guys, it's very hard to associate with these people. And I want to show you why Nigeria, South Africans, most of these foreign countries that are giving you guys a headache, why you will never, ever in your life be able to associate with them. Remember, I keep talking about culture shock.
As a Nigerian woman living in South Africa, these are the things that shocked me. I don't expect them at all.
Rent in Nigeria, this is how much it costs for the whole year. For the whole year, that is the rent.
Another thing that shocked me when I moved from Nigeria to South Africa was how people follow queues.
Imagine following queues. Shocked her. Order. As they would say, order. South Africans are peaceful people. That's the reason why we go for their women. They are peaceful. The reason why Nigerian women can't go for South African men because they are too tender. Because Nigerian women are men. You know, they are guys. So when they go with a South African woman, a Nigerian woman feels like he's going against another woman because South Africa. That's why you guys insult them like that. That is evident that they are gentle humans. It's not that they are not men. They are gentle humans. They want peace. They fought for their land. They're living with their colonizers. But you guys are choosing to insult them for living with their colonizers. You come to my page, you write this long post just to prove what massive. What massive are you trying to prove with this long post?
Someone asked me if I wasn't Nigerian, what other country would I be from? And a lot of people think I would say Ghana. I do love me Ghana, I'm not going to lie. But baby, I would be South African.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Uncle P with another episode of Uncle P's podcast, guys. Happy Saturday. It is cold as a mother. I hope you're keeping warm. Uncle P's got some coffee and a lot of tang inside. Now, guys, I get crucified a lot about my channel. We've already know this. But one thing that I always ask foreigners, am I lying? They say, no, but Uncle P, it's the way you present everything, it's the way you say things, it's the way I say things. So it always makes me wonder, do you guys really watch my channel? Because this guy comes and says, so childish content, I must confess. As a Nigerian, I will never mind your content anymore. Okay? Tell me, who's doing this content?
10 million naira to stay in Nigeria or a visa to South Africa?
A visa to South Africa.
What's happening there?
When you get to South Africa, if you're able to position yourself well and hustle well, you can be making as little as 10 million naira, probably weekly or monthly.
The dream is South Africa. Am I the one who said it? All I'm going to say is that Nigerians dream to Japan to South Africa. What if I say that is wrong? I come to my channel, I say that foreigners are disrespectful to South Africans, they don't respect the owners of this country, the people who are giving them an opportunity. You say that, you're talking shit, this. Tell me, am I the one who took my phone, my camera, and entered and went to go record this?
It's laziness. People are lazy. People don't want to work. Simple as that.
As a foreigner, when I come to this country and I read what is going on here, and I see this is free to get a certificate and get a job. I got a skills already. I come to this country. What must I do? I have to go and get a certificate and get a job. When you get a job, they say you are a foreigner. You don't have ID. They chase me out.
When you grow, what are you going to do to support yourself? You understand? We haven't taken anybody's job. I'm telling you. If you like, let's leave this place for them.
1,000 years.
Nobody can work. Nobody can work here.
If we have to leave this place for them, even for 1,000 years, nobody's going to work here. Who was working there before you guys came? Guys, let's be honest. What happened in South Africa is the following. Foreigners entered into South Africa and made South Africa very unsafe. Certain areas in South Africa extremely unsafe. Okay? Now, South Africans are very peaceful people. Guys, let's be honest. South Africans are soft. This is the reason why they are being bullied by foreigners like this. South Africans are soft. They don't look different with nobody. We are the ones who came here with our loudness, with our noise and everything. South Africans, so that's why we are able to bully them. So we came with this culture of noise, of violence, of... So South Africans were like, hey man, what's going on here? And then we started showing them this lifestyle. Flamboyant lifestyle, this fancy lifestyle. Lifestyle of corruption, of bribery. The same way they robbed their land by the Mzungus. We did it in the modern day. Instead of waking up in the morning, coming here and working in the cold, in the rain, sell me your shop, I'll pay you 3,500 rent and you can just sit. After all, you are staying in an RDP house, you don't pay rent, you don't pay electricity, 3,500 can go far. But not telling that person that in 5-10 years, after foreigners have taken all the shops and they are not paying tax and they've increased the crime, increased the unemployment rates, food, petrol and everything will increase in price. So that 3.5 that you are getting for rent from the foreigner will no longer have any value. Remember the value of 100 rand back in the days, guys. These are the consequences of these things, but people don't look at it like that. This is why I'm here. We continue to listen.
If you don't have a skill, you can't work.
They employ people that got ID, but they can't work. You understand? They employ people that got ID book, but they can never do nothing in that company. Right?
So my guys, I want to ask, they got ID books and they can't do nothing. My question is this. You've got passports and IDs in your own country. Why can't you fix it? The disrespect that foreigners have towards South Africans. Because South Africans, they don't talk. South Africans don't talk, guys. You see the way my channel, listen guys, the reason my channel is booming is for no other reason. It's not because of the hate. It's because South Africans can't do this. They don't have the stamina for this nonsense. They just want to live in peace. They want to build their communities. South Africans were building mansions in their castles because they wanted to grow their economy. Until you guys came and made and rushed their life. Now, a South African boy who wants to build his RDP house in Soweto, make it a double story, build other cottages there, make it look nice, he's frowned upon because in order for him to show that he has made it, he must move out of Soweto. Success is moving out of who you are. So in order for South Africa to be seen like this South African has succeeded, he must be with foreigners, he must talk a certain way. His English must not deplete. No, you have to leave your South African nature just to fit in South Africa. Hey man. You know what now guys? But the truth will always remain the truth, like I say. I never come to this channel and say nothing that I cannot prove.
Do you think Nigeria is still the giant of Africa?
Let's have it. You see, if they never find one of Naudi has this question, I used to say, others no go learn work.
Sorry, sir.
Nigeria is not a giant of Africa. It's a failure of Africa. If you say Nigeria is a giant of Africa, where do we put Burkina Faso?
God have mercy upon us.
Answer me. Where do we put Ghana? If we were to rate Nigeria, yeah, we cannot rate them among the wild animals.
When I want to explain it, my head.
If we want to rate them, maybe they are piggery.
Yeah.
If you are going to rate Nigeria, you cannot rate them amongst the wild animals. If you are going to rate them amongst the piglets. Or the pigs. Am I the one who said this? But you catch feelings when I bring you what your own brothers and sisters are saying about your country.
While Burkina Faso is a lion, a lion of Africa. Ghana is an elephant of Africa. Nigeria should be maybe lizard of Africa. What are you telling me? And do you have the location of the person that said Nigeria is a giant of Africa?
Let's have it.
Let boys months. Let's change his color.
Guys, listen. Jokes aside, stop the threats. Stop the unnecessariness. The stamina that you have.
Nigeria to South Africa.
Imagine having the stamina to travel. Cameroon you pass, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Congo, Kinshasa, Ponte, Kwikwi, Malenya, Kanyanga, Mbui. Guys, look at the destination, Zambia. You know, I didn't even realize that you even pass Angola, Botswana. All that just to get to South Africa. And you can't even show these people respect. You say that no Nigerians ever entered South Africa illegally. True. But they've stayed illegally. So you went through all that effort to enter here legally just to stay illegally, to continue to be illegal and do illegal things. Both Nigerians and Zimbabweans, Malawians, Mozambicans, Ethiopians, Pakistanis, Somalians, all of you. All of you. And this is the reason why I say, guys, it's very hard to associate with these people. And I want to show you why Nigeria, South Africans, most of these foreign countries that are giving you guys a headache, why you will never, ever in your life be able to associate with them. Remember, I keep talking about culture shock.
As a Niger woman living in South Africa, these are the things that shocked me. I don't expect them at all. First thing I'm going to talk about is the rent, the way they pay their rent. In Nigeria, we pay our rent yearly. Your shop rent, your house rent is every year.
In Nigeria, they pay their rent yearly. We've spoken about this on this video. Rent in Nigeria, this is how much it costs for the whole year. For the whole year, that is the rent. South Africans, listen. You see when how many times have I said a KFC, McDonald's, Nando's employee in Nigeria is a millionaire? And this is, the problem is that there's no safety in Nigeria. If Nigeria was safe, South Africans, all you needed to do is buy land and invest. Use your KFC or Nando's money and start sending it to Nigeria to build. The problem is their contractor, I think Boko Haram, what, it's just too dangerous. So even investing there is not a good idea. But this is the reality. But this shocks them that in South Africa you pay everything monthly. It shocks them. And these are the people you're supposed to be integrated with. Just rent, paying rent monthly, shocks them.
I know something. But here in South Africa is every month. So just know that every month money must leave your pockets. If you're doing anything, just know that you have the money for rent every month. Like school fee, monthly. Just know anything you're doing is monthly. Even sometimes when you go to their ShopRites, like those their grocery stores, I mean here in South Africa, like month end, it's always full because they are used to this paying for stuffs monthly, like every end of it. They are just used to it. But with Nigeria, you can just go anytime, you see. So there's a lot of difference. Hey, this one shocked me. Oh.
If you look, you see what I say, when you look at the economy value, the South African economy has more value than the Nigerian economy. When they come here, the culture shock is how expensive the South African lifestyle is. Because in Nigeria, guys, listen, I'm not making this shit up. Look at the currency, the rand versus the naira. Somebody that is earning 3,500 in South Africa. If you are earning in South Africa, if you are earning 5,000 rand, you take your wife and your children, let's say 2 children, your wife and 2 children, send them to Nigeria. And you start sending your money there, your children will live a good life. And you here in South Africa, you just live in a shack. You send your wife there to build. The problem is there's no safety, there's no security to do this. South Africa's ways shock these people in a way that it will even shock you yourself. These people are shocked that this is how we are. Yes, South Africans, you guys are Europe, you are the America, you are.
Another thing that shocked me when I moved from Nigeria to South Africa was how people follow queues.
Imagine following queues. Shocked her. Order. As they would say, order. Order that they shock her. To have order. To follow queues. And then you expect these people to follow the law. You know, it's like me. Well, sometimes I'm arguing with my 3 and 4-year-old, and I'm arguing to them about something, and then I remember they are children. Guys, can you just remember they are Nigerians? Because
like seriously, everybody waits for their turn. Calm, quiet, no shouting, no jumping the line.
Quiet, no shouting, no jumping the line. So when I see the South African demure, they are non-problematic people. You see, I'm not lying. It's not music. You see, we found them like that. We are the one who are changing them. Today we blame them of unaliving. We say they are great in their being South African men, South African men, South African men. We continue to listen.
Whether it's clinic, bank, taxi, supermarket, they queue like it's part of their life. In Nigeria, queue are like part of decoration. You will be on the queue. You will be standing and somebody will jump to the front and be like, I beg, my own no go waste time. And if you don't fight for your spot, you will go home last. Even though you come there earlier before that person, you will go home last. On it.
If you do not fight for your spot, you'll go home last. That's why they are loud. They are used to arguing. Noise. Masipa. Masende. Marat. Guys, I apologize. Uncle Peace podcast, this is not for under 18s. Please, if you're watching Uncle Peace podcast with children, excuse me, my baby. Sorry, Uncle Peace sometimes gets very emotional because guys, we need to fight for this country, man. We need to. Like there are just certain cultures you can't mix. You can't mix. It's just you can't mix. What's an oily? You can't mix.
The first time I saw people quietly waiting in a South African clinic, I was confused. I even asked someone, are you people waiting? Are you also waiting? And she was like, yes. No special treatment. Even elders sit and wait their turn. Even if he's a police, he's gonna sit and wait his turn. Like, even if...
Okay, so yeah, you see, no special treatment, but she's a bit mistaken. Elders do get special treatment for being old, and police officers, especially when wearing a uniform, when you're on duty, you do get special preference also. This is called respect. But we continue to listen.
Rich, because they don't even know whether you're rich or poor. You're gonna sit and wait for your turn, except maybe if you're seriously sick.
That is true. Here, wealth doesn't matter. You go to a public hospital, if there's an appointment system. If not, you stay in the queue, you wait your turn.
Or you're disabled. I don't know. I think there's a special treatment for people they can attend on time, you get. But if you're claiming, oh, I'm a big man wife, oh, I have my money, I'm gonna walk through that line. No way. In South Africa, you have to be patient, okay? At first, it felt...
In South Africa, you have to be patient. Guys, I don't make these things up. I don't just say things about South Africa because I'm kissing South Africa's ass. Is she not kissing South Africans' ass? Is she a bad kisser? Is she trying to keep face? What are the accusations that I get? Is this her niche? Guys, the truth will always remain the truth and will always prevail. The problem is you guys don't want to give South Africans the credit they deserve because you have to accept that you are not the giants. You have to accept that you are the problem in this country and that actually there is a nation where there are black people that they are not the problem in their own country. Oh shit, South African a good example of how to be black. Oh yes, accept that shit. It hurts, man.
Strange to me, but right now I see the beauty in it. Trust me, there is peace, order and fairness. Nobody dragging nothing. It is one cultural shock I respect. Nigerians, we got to learn, oh. You need to learn, oh. Right? It is one cultural shock I respect. Nigerians, we got to learn, oh. You need to learn, oh.
Simple lesson. Don't come to people's country and make it your way. Come to people's country and learn their way, especially if you find them that they have peace. South Africans were not these people that we claim, that the people keep advertising, crime, HIV, Guys, when I see those things, it hurts because the truth, South Africans are peaceful people. That's the reason why we go for their women. They are peaceful. The reason why Nigerian women can't go for South African men because they are too tender. Because Nigerian women are men, they are guys. So when they go with a South African woman, a Nigerian woman feels like he's going against another woman because South Africa. That's why you guys insult them like that. That is evident that they are gentle humans. It's not that they are not men. They are gentle humans. They want peace. They fought for their land. They're living with their colonizers. But you guys are choosing to insult them for living with their colonizers. You come to my page, you write these long posts just to prove what Masipa. What massive are you trying to prove with this long post?
Someone asked me if I wasn't Nigerian, what other country would I be from? And a lot of people think I would say Ghana. I do love me Ghana, I'm not going to lie. But baby, I would be South African. Okay, I would choose South Africa any day. The music, I've been wanting to go to a South African school for like forever. So I would generally just choose them. I talk about Ghanaians a lot, yes, because I love them. But yeah, I would be South African. Let me know what country you'd be from and why. But for me, mine is the music, the dancing, the culture, and the fair ass, baby, yeah. South Africa, baby.
They will talk all the shit they want. And then in the end of the day, they will admit all they want to is to be South African. I'm your boy Uncle P. Don't hate because they love me. See you guys in the next one. Cheers.
For Nigerian, they don't care how you look like on your face. Eh? When they're checking at us as women, they start down there and they go like face. They don't care. As long as you have that nyash, they're done. When I realized that this is a sickness, right? For Nigerian, there's this guy, I think he was in South Africa for the longest time, and then he went back home and he was at church and he was like rejoicing, clapping his hand and said, I'm back home. And then the pastor is saying to him, well, what's wrong? What was gonna make you not come back home? He said, I'm so glad that I came back. I managed to come back. Yo, South Africa, nyash. You know that day, that was the day where I just said, no, you know what? Now I understand the guy that I was dating. I understand him. Even old man can be in that situation. So he's going through the same thing.